Ba-ba-ba-da-dum, ba-da-da-ba-ba-bum. Hello, hello. Oh, perfect. All right, sometimes I don't know if the microphone's working or not. Okay. Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Notes to Self. It's been a tiny while. Not, extra long or anything, but just, it's been a while. Anyway, I'm over my cold. As you can tell, I sound much better. I feel much better. And, yeah. No one really asks questions of me, which I don't know how to feel about that. I guess I should feel okay, because that means I guess only Andrew listens to my podcasts, and maybe a couple friends of mine in real life that watch the channel. Thank you guys, but in general, I guess I'm not the fan favorite, and I've known that for a while, and that's okay. I do what I do because I like doing it. Anyway, so welcome back. In case you haven't seen, I've been running a Banjo-Kazooie solo playthrough on the channel. I've been interspersing it between some other videos. It was something that Andrew and I talked about. We wanted to try one of us playing a game and seeing how that went. So we're going to at least see it through Banjo-Kazooie. Then we'll see, how that video does compared to some of our other stuff. If you guys really hate watching me play a game, that's fine. But if you are cool with the idea of one of us playing a game and talking about that and just kind of being our normal selves, then by all means we'll continue doing that. Heck, we might make that like a special thing. We might not make it very regular like I'm doing now. But we just want to try it out, see how it goes, things like that. But I've been recording those. I record 3 episodes at a time. So the last 3 that went up the first 3, I should say, that went up were one session. The last one, the next 2 will be one session, and then I'll be recording some more again, and that should bring us up. I'll probably do an extra recording session because that should take us to the end of the game, in theory. So we'll see how that goes. But in general, I really enjoy playing the game and talking to you guys. I want to do more games like that where I do it by myself, and I definitely think Andrew would do some games by himself and things like that. I think it would be a lot of fun. Definitely our staple, P, not B, our staple is really the 2 Lone Wolves. Andrew and I playing, that's something that we started the channel with, and it felt weird that for a long time it wasn't the 2 of us playing games. It was kind of like all group arcade or things like that. It feels good to be back to Resident Evil 6. I'll definitely admit that. He and I playing that game, it's a lot of fun. You don't get to see quite all the behind-the-scenes stuff. We might set up a camera one time so you can see the behind-the-scenes of how we record those sessions. It's a lot of fun, the way Andrew and I work. It's just a lot of ridiculous, goofy stuff. Especially during the last recording session, those episodes you'll see going up shortly, where Sean has guest voiced as a commentator on Andrew and I playing. Oh my gosh. So we were short of microphones, so Andrew and I were sharing a microphone, and that's just... we were very close and personal, and it was really fun and awkward, but funny, and I don't know, it's something that you guys don't get to see because you only hear our voices and you get to see the video of what we're playing. So I think, we might do another special behind-the-scenes special episode like we did with The Barking Dead a while ago. If you guys watched that video, that was a lot of fun. I had a camera, and I was showing you how Andrew did his mobile videos that he does on Instagram and Facebook and all that. So we'll probably do another special like that, just so you guys can see how, how the sausage is made, so to speak. That's one of my favorite phrases, and I don't know why. Maybe because it's awkward. Anyway, so I can definitely tell you we will also return to Mass Effect 2. That's definitely going to happen at some point. Because we did start it, as Andrew once said. It's Mass Effect 1.5. 2 hasn't started yet. But we will return to that as kind of like our 1-year anniversary. That was one of the first videos we put up. As you saw, Resident Evil 6 was the other one of the first ones we started, and we're back to that. So it's, cyclical. We'll go back to the next pieces in the series. So we will go back to that one, no worries. Let's see. Andrew had mentioned in his last podcast, and if you saw, I commented on it actually. He's listed a bunch of games that he'd like to try on the channel because you guys asked him. I'm fully supportive of this. I told Andrew since day one. Originally, so I mentioned Mass Effect and Resident Evil 6. That was actually the two of us. I chose Mass Effect because it was a game he never got to play, and I thought he'd really like it, and he does. But I was like, well, let's do it for the channel. And I said, why don't you suggest a game? And he suggested Resident Evil 6. I haven't played Resident Evil since... God, I never finished 5, and before that, I think I played Resident Evil 1 or 2 with Andrew. Maybe 3. So, like, it goes way back. So I thought, we both suggested a video, so that's cool. And I told him from the beginning, if you ever want to do a specific video game, let me know. We'll put it on the channel. Actually, the Jurassic Park videos, that was his idea. I said, we should do another video game series, and he said we should do Telltale. I was like, cool, we can do Telltale. And he's like, we'll start with the first one they made, and so we went to Jurassic Park, the game. So we need a little break from that, but I think the next one, we might jump out of order. I think we're either going to do Game of Thrones or, what was the other one? Walking Dead. One of those two I think we're going to do next, which will be cool. But that's kind of how we do that. Andrew and I go back and forth, pick a game to do, and then we go from there. All the arcade videos, honestly, come down to like spur of the moment kind of decision where we're like, hey, let's play this game. If Sean's there, or if Pat's there, or if Megan's there, it's kind of whatever game they want to play, because Andrew and I get to do all the two Lone Wolf stuff. But in general, it's kind of they pick a game and we go, okay, let's do this one, and we do, and we record it. So everyone gets a fair vote on the channel. You guys, as the fans, you get a fair vote as well. Like I've said many times before, and this is just me repeating that, if you ever want us to play a game, let us know. Leave a comment on any of our videos, because we check the comments on our videos. We do. No one comments that much on a video. So if you comment on a video, we will see the notification, and we will look at it. And then we'll, of course, tell you, hey, yeah, let's do this. Or if you aren't following us on YouTube, but you follow us on Instagram or on Facebook or on Tumblr. I think there's only like 3 people on Tumblr, but whatever. Send us a message. Leave us a comment on one of our photos or something. We check that every day, all those. So if you reach out to us on any of those platforms, we will see it. So if you're like, hey, you guys should play this game, if we have it or we have access to it, you better believe we'll play it. Obviously, if we don't, we'll not play it right away, but if we can get a copy of it, we will definitely play it. No big deal. But yeah, so Andrew's game suggestions, I'm fully supportive. A lot of those games are a lot of fun. Most of them I've played before, some of them I haven't, but I do remember Andrew talking about them, and I am fully supportive of this. So hopefully you'll see some of those games show up in the near future. So just kind of a quick check-in. We are at the middle of July, closer to the end of July. I am almost done with my thesis, and when that's done, I will officially have my master's in English. I can teach at a college as an adjunct or teach at a community college full-time, and that'll be cool, and I'm okay with that. Obviously, my long-term goals are still to be a PhD, get my doctorate and all that fun stuff, teach at a college full-time. But that's something that, doesn't quite happen right away. It takes some time and effort, and that's okay. I don't mind waiting a little bit. But yeah, so after this thesis is done, I'll have a lot more time to dedicate to the channel. I'll pretty much be working on my applications for grad schools and working full-time. And without schoolwork, that actually opens up a lot. So after the summer is done, so around September time when school is back in session, that actually just means that I work and Andrew works, which he always does, and that means our free time will be more dedicated to channel stuff. So you guys will see a lot more content going out. Not that we're going to do more. I think actually this schedule that we have set up for the summer, I think this is a really good schedule. You guys seem to really like it. You guys are watching the videos fairly regularly, so I think we'll keep this into the year. If you guys have suggestions like, hey, can you switch back to the other system? Can you do a specific 3 days a week to upload, that's fine. Just let us know. But I think going forward, we're going to continue doing this. Monday and Wednesday be a regular video, Friday being a podcast, and Saturday being randomness. And then, as you saw, last week Sunday we uploaded, or not Sunday, was it Sunday? No, it was Wednesday. I don't remember now. Anyway, yeah, it was Sunday. Last week Sunday we uploaded the waxing video as part of the original challenge. Yeah, so you might see occasional pop-up videos that aren't part of the regular lineup. Those will always be specials that show up randomly. So keep an eye out for that. There won't be any announcements or anything. They'll just show up one day, and we'll definitely talk about it on social media and be like, hey, this is live. Go check it out. But we won't promote anything. You can pretty much guarantee, though, and I can tell you this, too. Going forward, the next couple weeks, alternating weeks will be Arcade and Two Lone Wolves, with Solo Squad Mate finishing it out. I just kind of want to get that done and out of the way so we can do more Two Lone Wolf content, maybe continue on some of the 3 Gamer Hunting Party. I know Andrew, Pat, and I would definitely like to go back to Marvel Ultimate Alliance and continue our terrible voice acting for some of those characters. But yeah, we definitely need to finish the Solo Squad Mate stuff so we can go back and continue some of those videos. But yeah, and you've seen some of the other stuff we have on the channel. If you haven't checked out our playlists on the channel yet, I highly suggest it. I've been working very hard to create playlists for interests. So we have a wrestling playlist, all of our wrestling episodes, any of our games that we play that have wrestling in it, we do put on there. So if you look for just wrestling, you got that. If you're looking for something that's just sports games, we have any of our sports videos. Doesn't mean they're good videos, but any of the sports game videos. Those are all in a sports playlist, things like that. And then obviously, if you're looking for just a list of all the arcade videos, there's a whole playlist for that. It's a long one if you really want. And then obviously, each one of our Two Lone Wolves gameplay walkthroughs. I don't know how to phrase that. Any of Andrew's and my walkthroughs of any video game where we do Two Lone Wolves, we do have a playlist for those, so that you can actually watch every episode from that series without some random video in the way. So if you're looking for a concise story, go to one of those. I definitely can tell you that the Jurassic Park the game one, that one's all up there, so you can watch that. Let's see. What else do I have to say? Nothing really important. All I really want to tell you guys is thank you so much. You guys have supported us over the last year. I say that because we have legitimately been going on since last June. So we're just over a year old now. Congratulations. Woo! It's really cool to be a channel that's over a year old now. We've figured our bearings out. We know what we're doing now, and I think I'm happy with that, and I think Andrew is too. I think we're in a good spot now. But definitely, we want to keep growing. We want to keep going. So you gotta keep following us. Keep suggesting it to people you know, people you think might like it, things like that. The more people we have, the more content we can put out for you guys. There are limits set by YouTube, so the more you guys like us, the more we can do stuff. On that same note, while it is a year, Andrew has stated that if his last podcast, which is true, if his last podcast beats his previous record, or we get 20 new subscribers to the channel, I will relive and redo the Ice Bucket Challenge, which means we fill a bucket full of ice cold water and pour it over my head. I'll say it on my podcast, even though less people listen to mine, but if that happens, if Andrew's last podcast, the last one that went up last week, so not the 19th, but the 13th? No, that can't be right. The 14th? Hold on, I don't know my dates. Give me a second. The 12th. Okay, so if his podcast from the 12th ends up making 100 over 200 views, or we get 20 new subscribers to the channel, at any point, I will do the Ice Bucket Challenge. So it doesn't have to be today, doesn't have to be tomorrow. But if we can get 20 new subscribers at any point over the next year, I will do the Ice Bucket Challenge. And I scream like a little girl. So it'll be fun. So definitely share this with your friends. Tell them to like, share, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Because we'll definitely do a lot more in real life stuff. I'm looking at you, Becca. You wanted to see more Andrew in real life stuff. The only way to get that is to get people to follow the channel and to like his videos. So, yeah. Get some more people to the channel. We will do more ridiculous stuff. And the more ridiculous stuff we do, the more in real life stuff we do. All right, that's all I have to say. You guys are wonderful. Like I said, I'm really glad that you have been along with us for this journey. Some of you have been subscribers since the beginning. Some of you have joined recently. For those of you that came recently, we appreciate it. Stick around. We got plenty of content for you. If you haven't checked out the old stuff, go check it out. Definitely, because, it's a Friday. You got plenty of things to do. But for our old subscribers, you've watched our stuff. Just keep subscribed. You'll see new stuff. You guys carry a lot of weight with your opinions. So if you tell us you want to see something, we'll do it. Just let us know. All right, guys. Have a wonderful weekend. We'll be back in next week with Andrew's podcast. Who knows what he's going to talk about? And then I'll be back in the following week. It's been fun. It's been real. It's been real fun. All right, guys. See ya. Have a great time. Bye.